calling me anchor baby?
Wow, racist.
Republicans use offensive words.
So here's a few of our own.
Racist.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what you saw there is, you saw it. It's kind of, it boggles the mind that a group would take little kids, have them give the middle finger, say the F word and other curses to promote a political agenda and cause. Some might say it was abusive to the children. I'm sure if these were conservatives doing it, the Justice Department would be investigating the parents of these kids for allowing them to do it. But it was done by a group called Deport Racism, so I guess all is good. Jane Velez-Mitchell and Tom Borelli back on the panel. And Jane, to use these little kids to attack Donald Trump and Republicans and letting the vulgarities fly, I think is really just shows who these people who made this video are.
Look,
not the kids, the people who made it.
I don't believe in having kids use profanity, period, end of story. But it is interesting that now we're discussing this issue. I've signed, must be 3 or 4 petitions over the course of weeks and weeks against Saturday Night Live allowing Trump to host, and not a peep, right? Not a peep in the media. So unfortunately, it's a vicious cycle when you have to go out on a limb to get attention. This is a legitimate issue. And let me say this. Shame on NBC. Here's a quote that was not from that long ago. At NBC, respect and dignity for all people are cornerstones of our values. Due to the recent derogatory statements by Donald Trump regarding immigrants, NBC is ending its business relationship with Mr. Trump. Okay. That's a quote. Okay. So what happened to that? Oh, it just went out the window?
Tom.
You know, I associate NBC with progressive values.
This ad is disgusting. And it's a really great ad for one reason. We should build a bigger wall with a smaller door. This is what this means, and Trump is absolutely right. We don't, and the parents who are there, if they're here illegally, they should be deported first.
Let's deport all kids who've ever cursed. And guess what?
I didn't say
have
the
nobody
children
in America right now.
No, you put them on. It's child exploitation.
By the way,
Goebbels would be happy.
And you know what, Jane? If you go down the list of people who have hosted Saturday Night Live and performed on Saturday Night Live, and what they've said about women and cops and whites and others and Republicans and liberals and whatever,
I am
you couldn't
NBC
have anybody.
By its own statement. This is a man who
it's about money.
Who
you know it's about
stereotyped
money.
11 million people. Didn't even discriminate
no,
by gender.
No,
he said rapists. So I suppose women are running around raping as well.
Well,
all the Hispanics,
all the Hispanics who were embracing him, and the 25% of blacks who were embracing him, I guess they're self-hating.
Who are those Hispanics embracing him? I don't know.
Really? We've seen video of it.
Those who want a strong America, maybe.
All right.
Maybe just maybe.
Let's move on. There's a call now, and this isn't in the notes, but you guys are all adaptable. You know that the voting in Houston for the Equal Rights Amendment, so to speak, for the gay, lesbian, transgender population, the one that would have let any man go into a woman's bathroom because he said, I'm a woman today, I feel like a woman today. And that was defeated almost 2-1 in Houston, a city that elected a lesbian mayor that has plenty of minorities. And by the way, minorities voted in the greatest number in Los Angeles against recognizing gay marriage when they had that proposition back in, several years ago. So that shouldn't be a surprise maybe. But now they're saying, oh, let's boycott Houston as a Super Bowl site because the equal rights measure was rejected.
Well,
you favor that, Jane?
As a gay woman, I think this is absolutely ridiculous. You know, my dad...
What is ridiculous?
That the idea that you're afraid of people of another gender going into bathrooms.
Really? You got a little girl? Wait, you have a little daughter?
No, I don't, but it's ridiculous. We have much bigger things to worry about than that.
Right.
Okay, that's what an excuse. My dad was using that back in the 60s to argue against the Equal Rights Amendment for women because he was a conservative Republican. And I was like, Dad, there are bigger problems that we have.
Anybody with a child, the thought of your little girl going into a bathroom and a man could come into that bathroom.
And whoever...
Well, you can't keep mocking it. There are how many little girls and young women are attacked by perverts every single day in this country?
They're attacked walking home from school. They're attacked by their uncle, their favorite uncle.
That's because they haven't.
You
know what, Jake? That's because they haven't been allowed into the bathroom yet.
No, it's because
I think this is an example where the progressives go first. The progressives' children go first, and then the conservatives will follow. If the progressives really love it. I want to see Mr. Obama's girls do that as well.
I don't think it's ridiculous. And by the way, we had a stabbing on a campus in California, Sacramento, yesterday, and it turns out that The name of the assailant, well, it certainly it leaves room. His name is Muhammad. He's a freshman student, and we don't know more about him, but I'm sure we will find out more about him. And they said he was smiling and having fun as he stabbed the 4 people or the 5 people that he stabbed. Anybody want to place bets on what his motive might have been?
Let's not go back and review the ethnicity of all serial killers and
All
all
right.
people who attack.
Panel,
Look,
thank
look,
you.
look.
I got to go.
Liberal
Pat
logic,
Buchanan.
ban the
Pat
knives.
Buchanan is waiting his
Ban the
turn.
knives.
Thanks. We'll see you guys. Pat Buchanan's next.